Listen carefully, because what's about to be said might shake everything you think you know about fundraising. The grind you've been stuck in, the numbers you're chasing, the endless pitches that lead nowhere. Everyone's obsessed with the usual metrics: burn rate, runway, valuations, pitch deck polish. But there's one number, one tiny, overlooked pulse, that's silently killing more deals than anything else. You've never heard of it. Almost no one talks about it. Yet it's the secret barricade between founders who succeed and those who collapse under pressure. This isn't just a metric. This is the truth hiding behind the noise, the brutal honesty no one else dares to confront. It's time to rip off the blindfold and stare at it. What if all those investor meetings, all those sleepless nights, all that grinding amounts to little because you missed this one sign? The silent killer of dreams, trapped in plain sight. Think about how it feels right now. The exhaustion that creeps in weeks before the next round. The crushing weight of doubt gnawing away at your confidence. The gnawing question, am I really building something they want? Or am I just spinning wheels? There's a real fear that haunts every founder and investor. The fear of showing up and being invisible, of screaming your vision into a room full of noise and mediocrity. Because the system pumps out noise, not essence. It's a factory for forgettable ideas, polished to sound like revolution, but hollow inside. You know the system is broken. You can feel it under skin, like a whip's crack. But no one points out the real reason you're stuck, the real cause of the grind. The truth. It's not just about cash or tech. Those are easy to track, easy to glam up with slides. The real problem is this: connection quality. The way your story and your signal align, not just with investors, but with the right investors at the right time, in the right mindset. The overlooked metric is the depth of alignment, the metric that measures how deeply your vision hooks into the future your investors want to build. Not flashy surface stuff, not vanity metrics, but raw, magnetic alignment. Your pain is real. You send emails, cold calls, pitches, hoping your message sticks. You get feedback that it's interesting, promising, and then silence. Weeks turn into months. Your mind races. What's wrong with you? Did you fail at the pitch? Did your team mess up something? No. The problem is the system's filters, the invisible walls it builds to protect comfort zones and watered down progress. The rare thinkers, the true visionaries, the founders ready to burn the old playbook, they're lost in a sea of sameness, drowned out by decibels of noise and safe bets. Investors can't find signals because signals are camouflaged, disguised by layers of stale trends and distractions. You're right in the middle of it, blasted by static. What you need isn't another pitch deck tweak. It's an entirely different way to measure resonance, connection, and readiness. Between you and the very few investors who get you, who want real change, who can feel the fire that you're feeling. Imagine for a second you could tap into a metric that tells you exactly how aligned your ideas are with an investor's hidden mission, their real fire beneath the polished strategy talk. Imagine sensing whether your vision finds a home in their soul rather than just their wallet. Imagine knowing, without guessing, if your energy matches their hunger, if your timing atomically slots into their future plans. That's what no one talks about, because it's not on spreadsheets, it's not in pitch guidelines, it's not something you can fake. It's organic, raw, brutally honest. And once you measure it, once you learn to track it, the game flips. Suddenly, you stop wasting time on dissonant connections, on false hopes disguised as feedback. Suddenly, you find the few who spark with you, who refuse to settle for the status quo, who burn with the same restless fire. Here's what's maddening. The world will tell you the only way is to hustle more, to game the system harder, that you must pour endless hours into metrics that only measure survival, burn rate, user growth, churn. But surviving is not winning. Mere metrics measure what is visible and safe. They reward mediocrity and punish risk. You're here because you know that the system's truth is a lie. You're not here to survive. You're here to destroy, create, rebuild. You don't want to be another number on a spreadsheet or a predictable case study. You want to be exceptional. But the path to exception lies in mastering this secret metric, the one that exposes whether your vision truly connects or falls flat on deaf ears. It's about real human alignment, a resonance so strong it becomes unstoppable momentum. If you think about it, this alignment metric isn't just a number. It's a survival instinct, a shortcut through the bullshit. It separates founders who get funded because they understood who their investors really are, what they silently want but can't say, from the dozens who send the same tired pitch and wonder why it dies. This metric reveals the rare investors who aren't just writing checks, they're writing futures. And it uncovers the founders who aren't pitching products, they're offering revolutions. So how do you measure it? How do you find this invisible pulse beneath the noise? It begins with moving beyond data, beyond numbers and projections. It starts with deep questioning. What does your investor actually want to build? For the world? For themselves? What's their secret fire beyond returns? Find that secret fire, because everyone has one, buried beneath layers of PR and policy. This means listening to the silences, reading between lines, recognizing patterns of passion, frustration, yearning, the unsaid stuff. Then comes the brutal honesty. Are you speaking to that fire, or just firing off words hoping something sticks? Most don't bother. Most don't dare. But those who do, they tap into alignment. Next, it's about authenticity so raw, it almost scares people. Ditch the polished sales pitch you think investors want. Be clear on what you're really building. Not what sounds safe, not what's trendy. Be vulnerable about your vision and your doubts, because alignment feeds on truth. When you're authentic, real humans sense it. They either connect on that level or they don't. No faking magnetic alignment here. The chemistry is real, electric. Finally, remember this. Alignment takes patience. The system teaches impatience. Fundraising is a sprint, a scoreboard, a deadline. But true connection, true alignment is a long game. Eternity favors those who can hold the tension, who can be still while storms rage, who refuse to sell their soul for quick wins. Those few who hold steady find each other. They become an unstoppable force, not because of gimmicks or hacks, but because their fire burns on the same wavelength. You are not here to be another voice drowned out in the chaos. You are here to be the spark that breaks silence, the strike that shatters the cage. This secret fundraising metric, the one no one talks about, is your greatest weapon and your fiercest truth. Master it, and you stop chasing approvals and start building futures. You don't just raise capital, you raise a revolution in how the game is played. It's messy, it's raw, it's brutally real. But that's exactly what the world needs. The few who burn brighter, align deeper, and refuse to settle. So start measuring alignment, not with spreadsheets, but with your instincts, your guts, and your courage to see beyond what's comfortable. The old rules are dead. It's time to rewrite the story on your terms. This is the path forward for founders, investors, leaders who are done lying to themselves and ready to connect in a way that sets fire to what's possible. Hold on to that fire, because once it ignites, there's no turning back. The world is waiting for you to be the rare signal in a sea of noise. Don't be just a number. Be the spark that aligns, the light that leads. Now, breathe deep, lean in, and get ready. Because nobody will talk about this metric, but once you see it, you'll never look at fundraising the same way again.